The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down short in the 20s. It's a problem because I'm turning the end zone. Not a good
got
one.
members in Memphis. They riding with 50, they running from Luster. I ain't bumping nobody. No. If we ain't locked in, then it's fuck you. Fuck my stingray colorful. That bitch so live, bitch look like a sucker. I just left Houston. Them niggas get money, them niggas can hustle. These niggas be tender thick. They do it the whole say niggas some busted. Stop talking and run it up. You always speaking on me with your broke ass. I ain't running from nothing. My niggas gon' kill, they giving out toe tags. They hate that they diss me. My ex bitch miss me. New bitch listen. They make them believe me. These niggas don't see me, these niggas some bitches. I'm CMG gangland. They know what I claim, my count be lit. These niggas ain't nothing. They live off the bitch, these niggas ain't shit. Hey, stingray, butterfly lit in my door. Track hall, Red Sea show up. These niggas really be thinking they know us. Pink ring, ice, white throw up. Cartier bells in my rollie gon' glow up. My haters didn't want me to flow up. Yelling big murder, they murder, I throw up. Gangland. Somebody don't know us. Damn, I'm having fun with a hoe. I'm hearing that whack shit. Go get that shit back, whoever smoke blunts with her. They hate that I rap now. My gun in my lap, my shit is a runner. Ain't gang gon' throw me. Don't shoot this bitch till I fall. My birthday knows. They like, they speaking on big dudes. They thinking she sweet, I'm promoting violence. My mind bitch thuggin'. She thuggin' in public, she tugging my switch right now. Remember corner village. I remove as a bitch, now I'm seeing my win. Don't act like you love a nigga, cause a nigga don't turn on they brother, nigga. These niggas will switch on they brother, nigga. Turn off, then act like a other nigga. I put that on my granddad, I put that on pop. Niggas dissing, they wicked. Niggas, they wicked. Bitches live, now they backtrack. Kill me up, kill me up, cool, I can mad black. They talk about sliding on who. They talk about snatching on who knows. Show me 50 shots in the chopper, but shoot 33, I'll leave for the tree dead. On beat, CMG nigga, my foot on their neck. Smoking on onion, they counter per check. 40,000 in my teeth, they protect. My brothers on the list for a check. I'm last in, they on last in. Bumping me back then, bumping me back. Now my peoples are packed in. I just bought a black bean. When I'm in your city, you know what I'm on. Big boogie don't tap in, they gon' tap on. Wanna speak on, wanna lean jack, in my back end, might fly back in.
Right there in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I'd say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Big dude. No gangland. CMG.
Give running right, no arguing.
Big dude.
We'll take this
It's cool when they turn. It's a problem cause I'm turning. Fuck em. Got members in Memphis. They riding with 50, they running from Luster. I ain't bumping nobody. No. If we ain't locked in, then it's fuck you. Fuck my stingray colorful. That bitch so live, bitch look like a sucker. I just left Houston. Them niggas get money, them niggas can hustle. These niggas be tender thick. They do it the whole say niggas some busted. Stop talking and run it up. You always speaking on me with your broke ass. I ain't running from nothing. My niggas gon' kill, they giving out toe tags. They hate that they diss me. My ex bitch miss me. New bitch listen. They make them believe me. These niggas don't see me, these niggas some bitches. I'm CMG gangland. They know what I claim, my count be lit. These niggas ain't nothing. They live off the bitch, these niggas ain't shit. Stingray, butterfly lit in my door.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball.
Bills in my rollie gon' glow up. My haters didn't want me to flow up. Yelling big murder, they murder, I throw up. Gangland. Somebody don't know us. Damn, I'm having fun with a hoe. I'm hearing that whack shit. Go get that shit back, whoever smoke blunts with her. They hate that I rap now. My gun in my lap, my shit is a runner. Ain't gang gon' throw me. Don't shoot this bitch till I fall. My birthday knows. They like, speaking on big dude. They thinking she sweet, I'm promoting violence. My main bitch thuggin'. She thuggin' in public, she tugging my switch right now. Remember corner village. I remove as a bitch, now I'm seeing my witch. Don't act like you love a nigga, cause a nigga don't turn on they brother.
bulk of the first quarter. And they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. End up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams hate those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field.
It's cool when they turn. It's a problem because I'm turned. Got members in Memphis. They ride with 50. They running from Luster. I ain't bumping nobody. No. If we ain't locked in, then it's fuck you. Fuck my stingray colorful. That bitch so live, bitch look like a sucker. I just live lusty. Them niggas get money. Them niggas can hustle. These niggas be tender dicks. They do it the whole say niggas some busted. Stop talking and run it up. You always speaking on me with your book head. I ain't running from nothing. My niggas gon' kill. They giving out toe tag. They hate that they diss me. My ex bitch miss me. New bitch listen. They make them believe me. These niggas don't see me. These niggas some bitches. I'm CMG gangland. They know what I claim. My count be lit. These niggas ain't nothing. They live off the bitch. These niggas ain't shit. Stingray butterfly lit in my door. Drake Hall Red Sea show up. These niggas really be thinking they know us. Anchoring ice white throw up. Cartier bells on my road. They gon' blow up. My haters didn't want me to blow up. Yelling big murder. They murder. I throw up. Gangland. I'm having fun with them. I'm hearing that whack shit. Go get that shit back. Whoever smoke blunts with them. They hate that I rap now. My gun in my lap. My shit is a runner. Think I ain't gon' dump. So shoot this bitch till I fall. My birthday November. They like, speaking on big dude. They think this shit sweet. I'm promoting violence. My main bitch thuggin'. She thuggin' and pullin'. She tuggin' my switch right now. Remember calling Philly. I'm a ruthless bitch. Now I'm seeing my wish. Don't act like you love a nigga. Cause a nigga don't turn on they brother, nigga. These niggas will switch on they brother, nigga. Turn off they act like a other nigga. I put that on my granddad. I put that on pop. Niggas decent, they wicked. Niggas, they weak bitches. Now they big track. Give me a kick to a coop. I can man play. They talk about sliding on who. They talk about snitching on who. No shoot me. Be shots in the chopper. But shoot to the crib. I leave for the church. CMG nigga, my foot on their neck. Smoking no onion, they count up a check. 40,000 in my teeth, they protect. All my brothers on a leaf for a check. I'm last in. They ain't bumping me back then. Now my feet is a back then. I just bought a black bean. When I'm in your city, you know what I'm on. Big boogie don't tap in. I don't wanna speak, I don't wanna lean. Jack, give me my back end. My flat back end.
It's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now as the quarterback can
Too many knockers, weed, the ugly ass seed. So-called killers and two-piece fatigues. Y'all got banana meat, rules too weak. Win too fast, lose too weak. The rat like Chuck E. Cheese, splinter, speed, send me the bull 6'9". Just a killer canary, we live in the coal mine. Word to sister Mary, stick my dick in the dictionary. The made of the prime missionary. Theological double entendre. Sexual innuendo, my genre. Monster. Cause I just wanna eat niggas high. Fuck, I want a piece of the pie. See, I eat niggas high. Socket to my pocket. Pop versus big. I say both profits.
PS5.
We lost 2 goals, so don't go and go stop. You forget that Luca guitar while you're 9 volts locked. Melted chest pieces, straight prison. Stick inside you and skull, fuck you with a nigga thing. If you're not a man of your word, you don't deserve power. You the type to take a long shit after you take a shower. Cowards, give your girl the manpower for half hour. Leave a bunghole looking like clam chowder. Rash cast the power like Galactus. I don't need the far side to give niggas a fabulous. The fact is I'm active, anamorphic synapses. Snapping, turn into a bat with COVID from Wuhan. My diss is counting, I take half your face off, no Groupon. King Tutankhamun when I'm rhyming. I'm a two-ton common, that's the light forever shine.
Like Morpheus, follow the team till we victorious. When I've been the man since X Clan was vainglorious, glorious. See sometimes Mike plus Freddy plus every sucker MC to physical structures. Empty body hollower, body rappers, body snatch they followers. Body bag a big body bitch till she swallow us.
Yeah, but mine got a touchdown.
Ignore the anthropologists, call up some astronomers. Attract the black holes of my esophagus. The universe creator, spit out a constellation. If you're just a mere mortal, then get out the conversation. I'm on and rock, king of rock.
Killer Blitz. 2017 Top 100.
Drop verbals on blocks with cop circle, make the voice box gurgle, shot turtle through the night air, sounding like a tight snare. Till the paramedics pulling off a pair of night ears. Power from my man, the bullets like bears. Call us Mary J in 95 on the sword, sitting on ice chairs. Y'all are better light flares, hit the tracking devices. Time is running out when I'm speaking rappers.
Oh, thank you, D-God.
I sit with sinners and some big steak dinners.
It's D-God, 2017 Top 100.
Wait in the winter and real estate in the summer. See the famous summer, they feel afraid to confront you. When you appear invincible, they appear invisible. Keyboard warriors, you know they beef is digital. You space case, this is real life, not a safe space. You snowflakes are fake, can't handle the whole weight. I hate a rap, spit them out, switch with some Colgate. Run up in your house, put your estate in probate. It's like supplying the army with gunpowder after only 1 hour at a point. Powder ain't bar, you come shower, Shabari. Fuck out, so my voice sound grimier than Marty Funkhauser. So venomous, labels blowing budgets on my sentences.
D-God, oh my God!
I'm like Rocky Balboa, I train till pain finishes. My aim limitless, I'm painting the same images. The game nemesis, cocaine is my main businesses. Bars got me feeling like God, explain the genesis. Super elite, loop up the beat, who can compete? You listen close, you hear Lucifer speak. I'm through with the beat, they shoot up your street. Have niggas jumping out the fan, why you think they got removable seats? Pussy, I've been designated a killer. King Kong Bundy, I resonate with gorillas. I'm humble, but in the jungle, a middle blade is a thriller.
It's D-God.
And I'm this bitch with a better grade as chinchilla.
It's D-God.
Witness the beast, finish him. This the receipt. Bitches the difference in beef and venison. Shit can get deep. Pull up and hit the street that you're visiting. Zip up the sheets. Bullets to lift up the Jeep you're sitting in. Dark place, black desperado with the guitar case. Stuff the mask down to my duffel bag. I'm Scarface, hearts race. Just from a single bar, this is God's grace. A rapper wants smoke with my squad, get their cigar lace. Top 3, I'm shutting down the subliminals. The new Shock G, the undergrounders went digital. Word to duck down, they buck them down.
D-God, nigga!
Ghost of Big L, they cut him down in his pinnacle.
It's D-God.
The revenge when we sit.
PS5.
Nigga, every word dope. This shit come with a syringe. Nigga, sneak this and I once considered this kin. So fuck it, we going dummy. This Peter Griffin and friends. See, I'm a demon the way I kill words. Francis Ford Coppola season. I'm Steven Spielberg. Number 1 and 2 in my region. You niggas still third. Cocaine can talk for a reason. Who need a real bird? Better buy a vest before they verify your death. Bones break. I'm stone face. This purple lioness. Hit your melon. See what you smell is the metal fryer flesh. Taught us well. Born in hell and seen the devil by the trust. Motherfucker.
Okay, I'm gonna get it back.
Yeah, nigga.
Good G, good G.
I told you I was gonna
I'ma get it
murder
back.
these motherfuckers. They call me Leatherface for a reason, nigga. Black Soprano shit. EIMG, nigga. This shit ain't even fair no more. Let me talk my shit. Check. I got it popping off.
Hold on. What's up? What's up? It's good music.
I'm trying to break the suckers, the choppers, make this the modern day Russia.
Come on, man, play ball, man. Play ball.
Disrespect me, your mama thinks up. Terror squad, we ain't trying to dominate the brother, nigga.
It ain't the music, it's your gameplay. It ain't the music, it's your gameplay.
I'm just checking niggas' pride. Banana peel on the floor. I've been letting niggas slide. The last rap I murdered, I'm upset the nigga tried. Gutted him like a pig.
It's not the music, it's your gameplay.
Fuck what you heard, ain't no rap alive. Biggie told me keep it short, this the advertiser. Mr. Cocaine could talk, I'm the crack provider. Try to ride in my life.
Mike Aberdeen.
Now a second down throw for Young. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Peace.
Nice, peace. You got a few seconds, D?
I'm in a game right now. What you trying to come through now?
I mean, it's still running another 25 minutes. I'm still in Newcastle. I just want to take a move. I ain't trying to take too much of your time. I know it's Sunday, you know what I mean? Lay back here and everything. I just want to see a brother, give a brother a pound hug and keep moving.
Okay.
I ain't taking too much time, bro. I know it's Sunday, bro. You know, family time, personal time. I already know how that goes. I just want to see my man give pound hugs and keep it moving. I'm on 273 right now. I can shoot to you and get to you in about 20 minutes just for a little hug and keep it moving. That's all I need.
Okay, no doubt.
I just want to let you know so I won't sneak up on you because you never know. You might have to go out to the store for a hot second, whatever. All I need is a hug, bro, and I'm good. I don't need too much time.
Okay.
Yeah, because I already know how them Sundays go. Further I get back and get with Cobb, so I don't want to get back too late. And I got to make 2 other stops, so I just want to come see my man. I ain't see you in a minute, you know, a few seconds, and then you know what I'm saying, I say hello to the family and keep it moving.
Okay.
Do it like that, because I know how time it is, bro. You know what I mean? I'm respecting time, and that's all I'm doing right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, yo, once brothers start respecting timing, that's when the love will be balanced. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to see you when I get there. I'm on my way. I'll be, like I said, a few minutes.
All right, cool.
All right, so, you know what I mean? Probably 20, 25 minutes, I'll be there.
Okay.
Quarterback has
All
to
right,
look
peace.
around and
All right,
make sure
peace.
his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Slap the drop. It's pain, nigga. Facts. Real album is on the motherfucking way. This is warm up. Just something to get y'all ready for what's about to come, nigga. Brazil the tour. Stay tuned.
Nigga!
Yeah, the paper's a powerful vice. Suckers hurting, they don't brother, no value for life. They murdered my youngin' and shot him.
Yeah, that's my children's godfather. It's all love. That's my man.
He tried to fit that one into his
Yeah, that's my man. I got mad love for him. I ain't seen him in a long time. Yeah.
Goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Following the interception, Cousins. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. And he'll be out of bounds. For a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Shit terrifying, man. That should be really terrifying. Yeah. Pain and ransom, we aim and got him. Brave and solemn, solemnly swear that tear to your frame is rotten. Save your problems. I'm the rapper's version of David Goggins. Pain is throbbing. Enter my sight and I will erase your That's eye to eye with your demons. I'm side by side with these heathens. To my surprise, I'm the reason I'm idolized in these regions. The fakest dudes I can break it to and take it to. Feeling like Liam Neeson or Ray Carew. Let's play the truth. Show them the ropes, cause I'm about to raise the noose. I break the truth, put holes in your throat the size of a basic fruit. Just lace your boots. You ain't prepared for war if you scared to draw. I paint the blueprint, 16 chapel, grapple and shake the boot. Just fake abuse. Who really want drama with young Osama? Want Obama? I don't never miss shells from the gun, your honor. Want no ponders? Gets caught lacking back of his mother's Honda. Son of bomb ya. Got some African killers that's from Uganda. I'm a mama. I hustle like Master P with a half a key. A slab at least to turn a fantastic feat to a drastic leap. I know some killers that love to put in work that won't last a week. You asking me? The art of tranquility's how you masterpiece. You half asleep. I stuck in a plastic piece. I'm a smash the streets, a faster speech. You ever seen acid leak on a classic beat? The last degree. I'm hotter than molten lava, the old Sinatra classic leak. Or maybe some golden vodka, unload the chopper. My soul is chakras cold as a COVID doctor. The Uber rocker, hold the chopper. Bagging the pillows.
Good defense, good defense.
Told they yapper like I'm from Opalaka. Close the locker, bitch, whatever. We stick together like Ghost and Tasha. Smoke the rosters. This drink for my daddy. Let's toast the papa. Quote a boxer. Nigga, we get it shaking like both maracas. Spoken proper. These rappers are pussy. They soaking boxers. Choking posters. Pull up on niggas shooting like no game pasta. Bust a move. I got something big in the trunk. We ain't friends as fuck you, nigga. Suck my dick from the jump. The Russian stick with the pump. Rubber grip on the front. And UFOs are real. I sat in a mother shit with a blunt. Bang! I'm inexplicably great. The dispensary got me high as the penitentiary gates. Press so hard on the paper, pen the
eventually breaks the max in the empty.
You got it, nigga. Thank you.
In your face and fell in my lap from telling you that.
These guys are going to take over at the 30.
2017 top 100 player.
So they take the deficit.
If you look at,
blockers, you know they had
I'm from Brooklyn.
receive the football, a nice drive instead of fumble on the kickoff.
2017 top 100. You look at my YouTube just last week, well, 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago? I beat the #1 ranked player in the world on on Madden 23. That was my last game before the new season, and that was my man. And that was my man. And that was my man.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
No, not Black Rain. He's the top player now. Mike Correa, Madden 23, #1 ranked player in the world 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, before the new one came out, I beat him 60. I beat him 60 to 28. That's my man. Yeah, you look on my YouTube. It's right there on my YouTube.
It's a 2nd and 5. They go play action. Cousins.
Good D.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
Good D. Good D. Good D.
They have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here.
You got some good defense. You just got to do better on your offense.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this.
You got to do better on your offense. You got to make some adjustments.
And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Keep your eyes focused on the middle linebacker and see the entire field. See where the blitz is coming from and who's open. Keep your eyes in the middle of the field. And see out of your peripheral vision.
And his throw is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles it.
You want to improve your defense? Record this game and study what I'm doing with Pinch Bucko.
Young will set to throw.
Study what I'm doing with Pinch Bucko. This defense beat the #1 ranked player. It beat a couple of top 100 players.
The drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense in desperate
I got a custom playbook, but this defense is 3-4-eyed. It's the best defense in all of Madden. People just don't know it yet. Some people think they know how to make adjustments, but as you can see, these adjustments, as you can see, they're coming. I've been using it. If you look at my YouTube, you see this is the #1 defense I use. The same name, just on YouTube.
for the 2nd time.
Exactly.
Taken in at the 11. So possession goes over.
I'm like 28 wins and like 16 losses. It took me time because I had to work on my playbook. I had to take a videotape. Yeah, I had to take a recorder and record my defense from last season and implement it into this season.
Start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of,
I'm using the quarterback.
What do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running back?
I'm using the running back and letting everybody else do their job. Good defense. I'm using everybody else. So that's how you, one-on-one coverage, because you got to take the people off the bench. The fastest people are the people off the bench. The fastest people are the people on the bench. You got to use your speed. Yeah, you got to use your speed.
Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions.
It depends on their catch rating. You know what I mean? You got to make your adjustments to your players.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
You got to make your adjustments. When you make your adjustments, you'll be good to go. All right, let's see what I want to do. There's good defense. Good defense.
But he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Good D.
For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. He's on his way. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
You gotta look at your O-line, and you need to put guys in that got agility. You gotta be close to 70 as possible.
Here's a 1st and 10. They go play action. Young. They'll roll him out right. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. His impatience has to
You got to make sure that the play that you're running fits the amount of field you got real estate.
He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Right. You got to make sure, because if not, you're going to get bundled up, but you just got bundled all up right there.
Play fake. Now Young.
And you got to put speed out there. You got to take those defensive ends and make them into linebackers. Put them, make those linebackers defensive ends. That's a linebacker that just took you down. He's on the sideline. He's on the sideline.
Now Young. Steps away to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. There he goes, right side. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film.
I used to run the nickel 3-3. That's my secondary offense. But secondary defense, but mainly 3-4. Yep, you just got to make adjustments to it. You can put hit the media button and record it, and then see what I'm doing, and then take it in practice mode. I just showed it to my cousin. Guaranteed that you will be able to stop top players because they have no time to throw the ball.
As they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They're going for Jefferson downfield, and it's incomplete. Took
Good D.
a shot, couldn't connect. That's some good closing speed.
Yeah, that was good that was good defense. Yeah, just make your adjustments and stuff. You gotta just study your adjustments.
Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 2nd down, here's DeWanger. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in?
You got to put together a custom playbook so you can get rid of what you don't need and use only what you want.
Not just end of the half situations that you're
and if you can't get rid of the play, go into the script page and take the play out and replace it with another play. Then you'll be able to remove it out of your playbook.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They give him 27 yards on the
Well,
conversion.
if it depends, like certain plays you got to focus on the area. Certain plays you focus on where the middle linebacker's at, so you can see the entire field. If you do it like that, you'll be able to see where the blitz is at, who's open. You'll be able to have a good visual look of the field.
From inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Right in that area, because you want to use your peripheral vision. You want to use peripheral vision.
Nwangu. And he'll get get this one down to about the 17.
Use peripheral vision, and that way you'll be able to see, like, you'll be able to see kind of like enough of the field. That way you're not focusing on one person.
Having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And
Good D.
Down here at the 12-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL.
You gotta look at your defense. Where's your speed at? All right, put on pause for a second. Put on pause. Let me take a look at your squad. I'll take a look at your squad. Let me see. Okay, you got speed there at the quarterback position. Dalton should be the number 3 instead of the number 2 because you got Matt Corral. He's got 84 speed. All right, so you look at your running backs. You got fast. They're not elite, but they're fast. They're above 90, so they're 90 and up, so they're fast. If they were 95 and better, they would be elite. Now, your fullback, let me see. He's a 79 speed, so he's got to go. What you got to do is you got to take, you see Spencer right there? You got Spencer and you got Peoples. So they're 85 speed. That's, when you look at your fullback should be a minimum of 80. When he gets to 85, he's got elite speed for a fullback position. Then you got to go over to his okay, so Brown has got an 89 carry, so he's way above 70. You want them to be like above 70. So this is really good right here. Preferably you probably don't really want to go below 80 in carry, but 70 is the threshold. So otherwise they're gonna be dropping the ball left and right. So so you don't want that. So now you look at the catch. Brown is a 64 catch. It's decent. For certain plays, you're going to put the fullback in, so he needs to be your fullback. This Spencer Brown. Now you go to the fullback position. So Richie's going to be the number 2 guy. And let's see. You could take out Ian Thomas, put Richie where Ian Thomas is, and then put that Spencer dude in the number 1 spot for your fullback. Now, okay, you got my old wide receiver, Adam Thielen. So, your number 1 guy should be Chalk Jr. because he's a 94 speed. So, he's a 94 speed, so he should be number 1. Now, who else you got out here? You got Marshall. He's good. Yeah, well, when you're looking at him, you want to set up your people properly. Now, you got Demir Bird. Now, he's a 92 speed. He used to be faster than that. He used to be like 95 speed. He's below 70 and he can catch the ball, but can he hold on to the ball? He's just below 70. So that's a risk, but you need speed out there. You need guys that can hit their routes fast. Yeah, so I would probably put Bird up there, and who else is? Where's the speedsters at? Yeah, so I would probably move some guys down and move some guys up. I'd probably take out Chenault Jr. and then put Bird in that spot. That way, everybody's. And I would probably put Adam Thielen as my number 3 guy. Number 2 or number 3 or number 2. I definitely won't put him as my number 1 because he's below 90. He's a good guy that can run the slots. You figure you're a good speed on defense for your defensive ends and your linebackers is 80. That's fast. 85 is elite. 80, and then when you get to 85, that's elite. When you get to 90 or better, like the Cowboys one linebacker, I forget his name, he's a 90 speed. That's godly for Parsons. He's a 90 speed, so he's a god-like speed for that position. So what you got to do is for on offense, you want your fullback and your tight end to be 85 or better, minimum 80, but 85 is preferable. So if you move Adam Thielen, who is an 89 speed, to the slot, number 3 wide receiver spot, he should be running faster than those linebackers that's going to catch him in the slot. So if you have a fullback that's going to get guarded by a linebacker, you could take Spencer Brown. He is an 85 speed. You put him in the fullback position, he's going to get guarded by linebackers. So he's going to be at a good 85 speed to kind of run around those linebackers. So that's something that you want to take a look at. Now, your tight ends, you got a good, you got 86 and then you got 84, and this guy Sullivan needs to come off the bench, and he needs to be the number 3 tight end. He's at 84 speed. Depending on how good he catches. Now let's see what his catch and carry is. Okay, he's got 75 catching. So 77 catching and carry 75. So he can catch the ball. What's his acceleration? He's got decent acceleration. He's like 80 or better in acceleration. So this guy should come off the bench to give you an extra edge. You know, Ian Thomas, I don't really see much of a difference between him and the other guy. Sullivan has got better agility. They're within 3 points of each other with acceleration. He's got tremendous awareness, but you know, you just need to turn and catch the ball for yourself. If you turn and catch the ball for yourself, awareness is not going to be all that thing. But if you're going to play with these guys, you know, these are things that you got to look at. You know, now if you go to your defensive ends are slow. You got 75. You need to be a minimum of 80, nothing less than 80. So nothing less than 80. You want 80 to 85 for your defensive ends and linebackers. So you want 80, preferably 85 and up, but 80 to 84, that's like your fast lane. Anything from 85 and up is your elite speed, and anything 90 and up for those positions is godly, because they can keep up with quarterbacks, wide receivers, everybody. So you got to have speed out there. If you don't have speed out there, that's the most important attribute to either get to the ball or get away with the ball. You got to have speed. You got slow guys out there, you know, you just killing yourself. Now, who you got on the bench? Now, how do you set your left ends up? Let me see, your right end. Yeah, he's 70 as well. Like, this whole thing got to get overhauled. So you got to start with your linebackers. Look at your middle linebacker. Let's see how many people in middle linebacker that you got is 85 or better, because this is going to help your whole linebacker and defensive end positions. So you got Shaq, he's 85. You got Kumu Gruger or whatever, he's 89. That's crazy. 89. Another guy 89. You got another guy 88. These guys are way above 85 speed. These guys right here could be your middle linebackers and your outside linebackers, just this alone. Now you go to your left side, you got 88. You got a killer fucking team. Your team is faster than my team. You just don't got, you got these people sitting on a bench. You got Matos, that's 84. That's decent, you know, it's like in the fast, but you want elite. You got Haynes Sr. 80 to 84 is fast. 85 and up is elite. And you got tons of elite speed. You got this one guy sitting over here, Barno. He's a 92 speed right linebacker. So who you got in the right spot right now? In the right spot, you got a guy that's 79. Houston, he should be retired by now. You got Houston here that's a 79, but you got somebody sitting on the bench that's a 92 speed. So the thing about it is, to run a 3-4 odd defense, your defensive ends, well, first, the way it works is this. You look at your middle linebacker. If you got enough middle linebackers for the 1 and 2 spot for your middle linebackers, and then you got extra guys left over in the 3 and 4 spot, if you needed to put them as outside linebackers on the right side and the left side, you could. But in this case, for your left side, you got guys on there that's got speed. Burns, he's already 88, so you just need somebody to back him up, which is Luvu. He's 84, so he's good. So your left side is good. Left side, you got guys on there. Your right side, Houston's got a. If Houston was 80, I will put him as a defensive end. But if he had abilities, I will put him as a defensive end. But right now, he's got to be a backup. He's just too slow. He's not even in the fast lane. He's not even like 80 to 84. He's outside of that. So he's not going to catch anybody. He's slow. So you know, the next thing you got, I would move DJ Johnson, maybe make him some, you know, I would probably put him as a number 2. And this guy, where the hell is he at? Barno, he would be number 1. Yeah, I would put him as number 1. That's what I would do. Now that you know you got fast speed at your linebacker, now with the exception of your middle linebackers can spill over into your outside guys, right? Now when you go to your defensive ends, like your right end and your left end, they can only take your outside linebackers to fill in those spots. So if you got guys left over after you got your starter, put some extra guys that are linebackers on those defensive end spots. Now your linebackers and your defensive ends on those outside edges are going to come in lightning speed. Fast. Now, the next thing you do after you take care of your line, now remember you got to start with your linebackers. Whoever you got left over, they go into your left end and your right end. Now your defensive as far as speed wise, now your defensive ends is not okay. Who is this guy? Derek Brown, the right end. He's a 70 speed for the defensive tackle. So you want 70 to 75 is fast for your defensive tackle. But Derek Brown at the bottom of the bench, his strength is 94. He's got a 70 agility. You want agility for 70 or better on your defensive line. Same thing with your offensive line. You want guys, as far as your center and your outside tackles, you want them to have close to 70 agility. You want them to have close to 90 strength as possible. So otherwise they can hold the line. And then when you go into practice mode, you practice against the Browns because they got speed at the corners, they got speed at the linebacker position, and then they also got Myles Garrett. So if you can get your plays off against them, then you can get your plays off against most defenses out there. Last year, they had Jadeveon Clowney on the other side of Myles Garrett. So if you was in practice mode with them, if you can get your shit off against those two guys on the outside, you was good to go. Now, if the O-line is letting dudes in, you got to look at strength. You want to be as close to 90 as possible. And then you want as close as possible to agility. If you got to take a certain guy from one part of your O-line to make sure that your outside and your center got strength and agility, you got to do that. Your guards could be around 60 or something like that, but the main thing is those defensive ends. Now, so now you're looking at Brown here. This guy's a 70 speed. He's got 94 strength. So he's above 90 in strength, and he's got 70 in agility. He would be my nose tackle. And then you just practice your bull rushes. With that 90 and better strength, he should be able to get some penetration. You know, this Anderson, maybe I make him the number 2 defensive tackle. You know, maybe you do something like that. You know what I mean? But now you got to go to your cornerbacks. Now you go to your cornerbacks. So remember, when you're doing your defense, you got to do the linebackers first. Then whatever's left over, then that goes into your defensive ends, and then you do your nose tackle last. Because you might have some defensive ends that are slow at defensive end, but they're perfect for the nose tackle position. So now you're looking at your corners. You got a 95 corner. Now this is what you got to remember. You got 92 and 95. So here's the question for you. Your number one, J.C. Horn, what side of the field is he lined up at? He's lined up on the left side. He's on the left side guarding the number 2 wideout. Jackson is a number 2 corner. He's going to be lined up on the left side of your screen guarding the number 1. So this is how you read it. So this is how you read your screen. You say number 2, then number 1. So that way you know who's on the left and who's on the right. That's how you read it. You don't read it 1 and 2. You read it 2 and 1. Because 95 is going to be on the 95 speed. Jackson is going to be on the left side of the screen. He's going to be guarding the number 1 wide receiver. And then Horn is going to be on the right side of the screen guarding the number 2. So your X Factor receivers or receivers that have it already on their program, they can be any icon, but they can get X Factor because of their abilities, not because of what button they are on the field. Well, so you're on Xbox, right? So I'm on PlayStation, so I don't know where the Y button. I think the Y button is triangle. Usually, it's like the left side is square. The left side is going to be your inside button, which mine is square, and then on the right side of the screen, that's going to be circle. So and then whoever's in between gets either R1 or triangle or X. You know what I mean? So what you got to do is when you hike the ball after you hit the bottom button, put the tip of your thumb in the middle of all of your buttons. So that way you're touching that flat surface and you're not pressing a button until you're ready to press that button. That way you don't accidentally hit a button out of reaction, out of panic, and you hit the wrong icon. When you hike the ball, put your thumb right in the center, and then use your brain to find the button to that icon when you see that icon is open. That will prevent you from keeping your finger on the wrong button and then pressing it out of reaction or panic, and you throw it to the wrong receiver. When I keep my eyes mostly in the middle of the field where the middle linebacker is, I can see out of the corners who's open, where the defense is at, and where the open pockets is at. Right. So what I probably would do is have C.J. Henderson as my number 1. I would probably put Horn as my number 2. Who else you got on your bench? Yeah, you got like around 90 guys there. So push come to shove, I might make Taylor the number 5 guy, make him my number 3. I might make C.J. Horn a safety. Let me see what your safeties look like. Now you got Chin. He's a 93. So that's good on that side. He's a 93. So that's perfect. Now your safety, your strong safety, he's an 87 speed. He's not catching anybody. So you know, yeah, I would probably make him a sub linebacker, where he could play safety and play linebacker in a nickel defense. But I would probably put Horn as your regular safety there. I will probably put Horn as your regular safety. And then when you go to sub linebacker, go all the way to the bottom. Oh, okay, all right. So here it is. When you keep going past your kick return, punt return, let's see, kickoff, line of scrimmage, you go past that. Your third down running back, that should be the same as your regular lineup. Your power back should be the same as your regular lineup. Your slot wide receiver, you see where it says slot wide receiver, you got LaVisca. It's SL wide receiver. Keep going down till you get. So this would be the number 3, 4, and 5 wide receiver sets on your wide receiver depth chart. So whoever is your number 3, your number 4, and your number 5, that's who you're going to put there. You get what I'm saying? And that's what these 3 spots will be consistent of. You got to make sure that they mirror that, because sometimes they'll put your number 1 wide receiver in these slot positions, and then when you set up a certain play, you got the wrong guy in the wrong position. You're like, why is he there? And you don't even know why. So now your defensive ends, your RLE, your rushing left ends and your rushing right ends should be the same guys that you have as your right ends, because you want them to be. This rushing means your speed, your speedy left ends and right ends. So if you put the same speedy guys out there in the same depth chart, then make sure you mirror that, because you can call certain plays, and whoever are in these spots is who's going to be on those certain plays. Same thing with your rushing defensive tackle. You want to take the guy, who was that guy that's like 70 speed? Okay, Derek Brown. They already got him as a rushing defensive tackle because they can see that he's got the speed 70 and better, and then he's got the power 90 and better. So I would still have Brown as my number 1. They got Anderson as number 2, which is what I heard said earlier. And then you can put whoever you want next to fit in that spot for those whoever's left over. Now your sub linebacker, this is the guy that's going to be coming. This is the guy that's going to be playing the linebacker position in nickel, and also coming down on special teams to hit somebody. If you kick the ball off to the right side of the screen, when they start running to the center, they're going to run into him. So that person needs to be fast and strong. So somebody like Grugier Hill, he could probably be a middle linebacker, but I would probably want to take a fast safety. Somebody that's like 88, 87, 88, 89, 90, somebody fast. And then the number 2 spot will be your right outside, your left linebacker, and then the 3rd spot will be your right linebacker. But you want somebody that's like a safety that's got some speed to come down in this position, because he's going to be the dude that's going to meet the guy on special teams on a kickoff, and he can come down fast and hit him and knock for a fumble. So and when you play nickel, when you get out of the game, go to settings, go to roster, edit roster, set your lineup, and then save it. And then it's going to stay there. When they do a new roster update, you got to do it all over again. It takes about a half hour. And then your slot corner, you got Chin, the SL, this SL for slot cornerback. This is going to be your number 3, 4, and 5 cornerbacks in that slot. So whoever you got in those 3, 4, and 5 spots, that's who's going to be in these spots. So speed all across the field, and you will see the difference in how your team plays. And then you gotta do your regular coaching adjustments. You probably see that on my YouTube. You probably see that on my YouTube.
They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Another run now for Nwangu. Gets past one man, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the.
That way you'll be able to. Your team will play differently. You'll be able to play against the. You'll see my videos. You see, I eat up the Chiefs. I eat up the Seahawks. I eat up any of the top.
They'll look to run with Nwangu.
Any team that's the top team. As long as I got speed out there, I can keep up with Tyreek Hill.
His second touchdown of the night.
Everything is about putting the right guys in there that's got speed.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first
send me a
goal, and then one play later,
yeah.
he's in the end zone.
Send me a friend request. Send me a friend request after the game, and then later on, because I gotta hit the road later today in truck drive, so I won't be back for a few days. But you send me a friend request. Yeah, I'm a truck driver.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings
Yeah, I'm in Maryland. I haul mushrooms. I haul mushrooms down to Charlotte and Winston-Salem 3 times a week. Yeah. Yeah, so you send me a friend. I'm right on Elkton, just on the borderline of Delaware. Yeah, so what you do, you driving down the road, and you ain't in no real traffic, just take a look at my YouTube. You be like, okay, I see his adjustment. I see why he's got everybody where he's got him at, and I see why he's sizing up the defense. If you watch the Madden MCS tournaments for MUT, you go see the guy One Great User. He shouts me out on occasion. He shouts me. Yeah. He shouts. One Great User shouts me out.
At their own 25-yard line. Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hand,
and these are guys that are sitting on the bench.
Because I think all he was trying to do,
these are guys that are not starting, but they got the speed.
He can find a big play downfield. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and that will be incomplete.
Now you see how that route, where the red route goes in like a hook, like a cup. If you send the streak is going to take the safety out of position, and then the post will be butt naked open in the corner. That's how the program is written in Madden. You got to have a streak in the post. If you have a streak in the post, that's all you need. A streak in the post.
So the incompletion, and now it's second.
Yeah, I use my middle linebackers, and depending on what side of the field, I switch the package to make sure that there's a blitzing linebacker, and there's a blitzing linebacker, and there's a one that's chasing the running back. So I switch them to the first fastest guy. Good D.
And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And
Yep.
a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30.
Now you see the difference of how they play. Yeah, that's how you got to do it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Hauled in last
Got to put speed out there. Got to have speed.
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and
Yep.
goal.
Got to have speed out there. Yep.
Now here's Young. Flush to his right.
See, you're not going to get away from him.
Here as he's taken down.